Do you want to tell us a little bit about how you first got into improv and how Improv Everywhere got started?
Yeah, so I moved to New York in 2001, and I wanted to be an actor or maybe a comedian, and I just sort of accidentally started doing pranks. I had a friend who thought I looked like Ben Folds based on a shirt that I was wearing, so we went to a bar, and I sat down at the bar by myself, and my friend came up to me 30 minutes later and said, "Oh my God, you're Ben Folds, can I have your autograph?" And I said yes, and for the next 4 hours, I was a celebrity in the bar. Everybody thought I was Ben Folds, and people took photos with me and got my autograph, and that experience got me excited about the idea of doing pranks in public places that are victimless, that are more just about making something awesome happen. So I typed up that story and put it on the web, and now 8 years later, I have this massive website.
So were there any pranks that were really hard to pull off, or what was the hardest one to kind of come up with? And
there are, yeah, some of our pranks are pretty logistically complicated. There's one that we did on 14th Street in New York City where there's a big shopping center, a Filene's basement and a DSW and a Forever 21, and it's this giant building that has 80 windows. So in the evening at like 9:30 at night, I had 80 different people dressed in all black and each take over one of these 80 windows. And then I stood in the park giving these secret signals for them to do coordinated things together. So the first thing was all 80 people started doing jumping jacks at the exact same time. Then they all started dancing. Then they would do dance solos where one window would dance and all the other windows would point at him based on where they were in the grid. So logistically it was very difficult to figure out how that was all going to work out, but it was very rewarding when it happened.
For things like that, and I guess for the Pros in Grand Central, have you ever found that random people will just kind of join in, people that weren't originally part of it?
Yeah, we do these things in public, and the reason it's called Improv Everywhere is because we don't know how members of the public are going to react to it. So sometimes, yeah, members will just join along. So for example, we do our No Pants subway ride every year where we have now hundreds of people ride the subway in their underwear. And every year, there's always someone who is on the subway car and looks around and realizes there are 30 people in their underwear and just takes their pants off too, decides to join in.
That's great. So now that Improv Everywhere has grown in popularity, do you find it harder to kind of pull one over on people? Do you find that they know what's going on right away?
The thing with Improv Everywhere is that we always try to move on to new ideas. There are certain things like our No Pants subway ride that are annual events, but to us, it's been important to not repeat ourselves too much and to always strike in an unexpected place at an unexpected time. And because of that, people really don't see it coming. There's also, 8 million people here, so no matter how many people are aware of our videos, there's new people moving to New York every day who will not be aware of what's going on. And I think as long as we keep our ideas fresh, then we'll keep surprising people.
Do you have a dream prank that you'd love to pull off that's
I don't really have a dream prank. I had an opportunity a couple of years ago. I made a television pilot with NBC, and that was really exciting because I had a network television budget to pull off these pranks rather than my wallet, which is the normal budget for these pranks. So I did something that I definitely couldn't have done on my own, which was called the Best Game Ever. And what we did is we found a Little League baseball game that was happening in California, and we turned it into a major league game. We had a Jumbotron appear in the outfield during the second inning, and all of these, hundreds of fans showed up wearing the baseball caps of the Lugnuts and the Mudcats, which were the names of these Little League teams. Sportscasting legend Jim Gray was up in their, wooden booth calling the game alongside me, and for the finale, the actual Goodyear blimp flew over this game. So I really made the kids' day. They had no idea what was going on or why it was happening.
Exactly what you're about.
Really exciting.
That's fun. And if you weren't doing improv, what might you be doing?
I don't know what I would be doing. I moved up here to be, I guess in college I was more interested in more serious theater. I was into comedy too, but I don't know. I guess I would have become a theater director, maybe. I would have tried to do that. Maybe would have gone back to grad school. I don't know. It ended up that taking comedy classes was my grad school.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.